Have you ever felt torn between two design styles, unsure of which one you would like to commit to for your room? It happens to a lot of us, and it happens often. Today I'm going to show you that you don't always need to choose one extreme over the other, that if you can find a way to bring the highlights of each together in a sort of matrimony, then you may find yourself with something quite unique and impressive. If you're a returning subscriber, hit the thumbs up. If you're new here, hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be a subscriber. Remember that if you would like my help in designing one of the rooms in your home, you can have that help by clicking the link down in the description below. Let's look at the computer together and you'll be able to see what I see. These are the original photos of a bathroom which Doug reached out to me to have redesigned. This area has not changed since he purchased the home. He wanted to accomplish two things in this redesign: having a space that felt more personalized to him, and as he looks towards the future, creating a space that would be unique and appealing to buyers if and when he decides to sell in a few years. If you pay close attention, you'll notice that those specific two desires can lead you into a bit of a conundrum. Overly personalized spaces, although wonderful for the person who styled them, they can become ostracizing when attempting to advertise the home on the open market. We needed to find a way to hone his style into an image which anyone could appreciate walking into. Doug has many interests, likes, appreciations, and hobbies, which we discussed a lot of them. And although we may be able to incorporate most or all of those into a full home styling, the bathroom alone is simply not large enough to support all of them. So after speaking to him, we narrowed it down to these ideas becoming the pillars of the design. The first one was, at its foundation, industrial styling. To add sophistication, class, and pop culture, we wanted this bathroom to resemble something you might find in the Continental Hotel of the John Wick movies with Keanu Reeves. And finally, to personalize the space, incorporating art with origins in Renaissance, medieval times, or mythology. Here is what we came up with. I was so happy with the way that this turned out, and it was quite fun to create. It wasn't straightforward. It was a process of evolution, a chess match of moving styles and their presence in order to find the right blend for this design. It was much like discovering the correct recipe for a meal. Too much or too little of any one thing could ruin the entirety of it. The main living space of the home, as well as the building, is located in the condo. This is a condo unit, which it is located in, has a lot of exposed brick. However, this bathroom had none. By bringing in a faux brick shower tile, we were able to kill two birds with one stone, accomplishing the industrial base to the design scheme we wanted, while infusing elements that are located outside of the bathroom. Roughly 9 months ago, I published a video on YouTube about creating retro bathrooms. Essentially, this was a play on 1950s bathrooms and reinventing them to have a more chic look. That's where the flooring in this bathroom comes from. It's a pattern and a style which provides a vintage feel, taking notes from the past, just as an art buff would appreciate. It also did a great job of balancing the room since we used dark and bold color scheme at eye level. We had both white on the flooring as well as the ceiling to balance that out. A small but what I would consider impactful change is that we switched the toilet seat from white to black. You wouldn't think this would matter much, but when you look at the photos side by side, you realize that this inconspicuous item carries a powerful punch in the design. Storage can be quite difficult in small bathrooms, and oftentimes people wind up spreading their toiletries all over the counter and open shelving, displaying nothing but disarray. So we included a tall black shelving unit as the resolve for this issue. Not only does it have the capacity to carry a lot, the black color allows it to fade into the background without feeling so obtrusive in the space that it takes up. The metal toiletry stand that you see to the left of the vanity goes back to our industrial base. It's perfect as a complement to the brick tile that we put in the shower. The floating vanity paired with the LED mirror was to bring the modern and elegant feel into the bathroom. We didn't want to go too far in the direction of vintage or industrial. So this assists in the balance of styles and the overall look to the room. Originally, the vanity in the bathroom was not tall enough. What that results in is a person having to bend over their sink and reach their hands into the water at an awkward angle. Inevitably, this leads to splashing water all over the counter surface, and Doug was having an issue with that. It's a small annoyance, but when it persistently occurs, it can carry the nuisance of a gnat. So we decided to go with a vessel sink, which is the term for a sink that sits above the countertop. Problem solved. Of course, we cannot ignore the largest and most prominent statement piece that was placed in the bathroom. I was able to find a painting that I felt wonderfully blended mythology and romanticism. We were able to take this and convert it into a wallpaper. The name of this painting is The Wild Hunt of Odin. Originally, it was created by an artist named Peter Nikolai Arbo in 1872. The scene is based on Viking and Norse mythology, and it represents the folklore of Thor leading a hunting party across the dark skies. What better material could you have to incorporate some dark and moody vibes into this bathroom? You have now seen an example of a path to creating an art-infused industrial chic bathroom. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you feel like sticking around a while, feel free to subscribe. See you.